Hey guys, and welcome back to C&E.
Today we're going to give you 5 tips on how to make friends in college. We know that this is something a lot of people struggle with in college, especially freshmen.
These tips are kind of sort of aimed towards freshmen, but also like pretty much anybody. I think even like your senior year you can make new friends. Like just because I think anyone in college is always looking to meet new people. You're always meeting new people in college, which is probably one of the best things about it.
So, without further ado, let's get into the video.
The first tip is to join your college Facebook page. I don't know about every college, but for a lot of the colleges that I got into, they had like class of 2020 page where you can like be added to the Facebook group, and there are a bunch of like incoming freshmen that comment stuff, ask questions, and a lot of times upperclassmen are also part of it, so they can kind of help answer your questions if you have questions about dorms or like Greek life, pretty much anything. A lot of people also will be like, hey, is anyone into music, or who's in this major? And people will comment and be like, hey, maybe we should like talk or possibly room next year.
A lot of people found roommates through that. We will be doing a video actually about roommate advice pretty soon, so stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Our second tip is to meet upperclassmen and become friends with them. So you can do this through a lot of ways. You can do this through your classes, like maybe GE classes, clubs like Greek life or something, or even your orientation leader. These people will like guide you. They're able to give you like good class advice, tell you like where the best parties are, or maybe just give you like the lay of the land, like maybe tell you like, oh, this is kind of like a creepy area of school, like maybe you shouldn't go by there at night. Just like some kind of like just tips. When you're a freshman, you don't really know of those things, and juniors and seniors will.
If you're a freshman with a meal plan, upperclassmen love it if you buy them food, because most of them don't have meal plans. So like getting them like a burger or something, honestly, like they will want to be your best friend, maybe hit you up too much, but it's a good way to like get to know some people. Our third tip is to stay in touch with your orientation group. You might have like orientation, or also like a week of welcome, or some type of like thing like that. It's one of your first like times in college of having to put yourself out there, which for me was like extremely scary, but I think it's totally worth it to like try to ask people like for their number, and then follow up with them, and don't be afraid to text them and be like, hey, you want to go get dinner, or you want to just like go hang out, or like find our classes or something like that, because I think, at least in my head, I didn't realize that every freshman is in the same exact spot of not knowing anyone. I remember being in one of my like orientation groups, and there were like 3 girls, and I was like, oh my god, they're like already best friends. Like I don't have my best friend yet, and like even though I know that's like not true, it was so hard not to kind of like mini freak out and be like, they're already like making their best friends and I don't know anyone yet. But no one has it figured out.
Just take the first step, text the person first. You'll thank yourself in the future. Our fourth tip is to have multiple groups of friends. So I learned this the hard way, because freshman year I had just a very small group of friends, my roommate and then our people next door, and slowly people started to trickle out. And I was kind of naive that way, and I didn't really branch out, because I was like, oh, I'm having fun with these people and I want to make the best relationships I can. But like, it's better to have more friends and still build close relationships with them, but don't just close yourself off to like 2 or 3 friends. Ways that you can, have multiple groups of friends are through your major, classes, clubs like Greek life, people on your floor, like people in your dorm, or even people that you know from your old school or your hometown that go to your school. Really try to reach out, and you'll feel less lonely, but don't spread yourself too thin. Still build real relationships with these people.
Yeah, I think that's how college and high school are like really different, especially like the way that I saw it was that in high school, like you kind of have this set group of friends, and you kind of like all stay, like you want to kind of do the same things, have the same interests. But in college, like you'll have so many different groups of friends, and that's like totally okay and normal and fun, and it's not like, oh, a competition. When you have time to hang out with them, you hang out with them, and then you go hang out with the other friends, and it's just like a good balance. You can like explore all different interests in your life with different friends and different people.
Our fifth tip is to introduce yourself to as many people as possible in the beginning. The way that me and my roommate did this was we left our door open freshman year on our floor. So our floor was all girls, and a lot of people did this. They'd leave their door open, and like people would just pop in and like introduce themselves and say like, hey, I live like 3 doors down or something. The people were really friendly and, wanted to make friends. The thing is, like, don't just expect people to come into your room. Like, you have to go into other people's rooms too and be like, hey, my name's Casey. Just make sure that it's safe to keep your door open.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in a townhouse like Erica was, I don't know, maybe instead of keeping your door open, you can just like knock on people's doors. It's a great way to, like, make yourself look friendly and that you're open to making new friends. They'll respond really well to it.
Also, don't only think that you have to do this like in your dorm. I think even going into like your senior year, if you're moving into like a new house or something, like I'm gonna move somewhere and I'm planning on like making some brownies and going around and like introducing myself to my new neighbors. Because like I think it's really good to find people that like live around you. So those are our tips for making friends in college. I hope that they helped. If you want to leave us any comments about how you made friends or tips for other students on how to like meet more people, that'd be great. I hope you liked our video. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.